Welcome to a Vampire Cowboy Reacts. Today we're watching Wovenhand 8 of 9. Super excited to watch this music video. I love this band, love them, but I haven't seen this music video. I feel ashamed. It's these guys are incredible. I listen to them all the time, but I haven't watched this music video. So you're gonna watch it with me. You're gonna get my raw, unfiltered reaction. On this channel, I provide reactions to music videos, not only classics, but current emerging artists as well, underground artists, and I provide DJ mixes. So if you're looking for a really great new mix to listen to, make sure you check out the other videos on this channel. But let's dive into Wovenhand 8 of 9.
Of the depth this deep, 8 of 9.
Okay, I was trying to figure out exactly, just my filmmaker mind was activated. I'm like, okay, this is really amazing production design, or is this computer generated? I think it's computer generated. It looks like it to me. So minute in, I love those thundering drums. He's got a really great voice. And what I love so much about Wovenhand, everything I've listened to, is there's such an atmosphere to everything he creates, and it builds into that really beautifully in this song. Let's keep going. It's getting quite visually interesting.
Rose a rising red, of the depth this deep, 8 of 9. Rising red, white dog, cold as wood is gone, standing best telling you that's even now.
What a great introduction of that guitar, that slide in, that hit me, that was beautiful. Clearly we're in computer generated imagery land, and typically I'm not super into that stuff, but this is really well done. It still connects to the atmosphere and the energy of the song. Very strange imagery, obviously, these giant locusts. I'm very curious, just I'm curious if someone could have pulled this off without the computer animated. I know it'd be a different kind of a challenge. We'll see where this goes. Maybe it's like where it ends up is completely not doable with practicals. But so far, I'm digging the song. That was a really powerful transition, that slide. And anyway, let's back it up a second. Let's keep going. The sun is arisen. So we're in this apocalyptic imagery, obviously. With this, I love the imagery and the art direction is stellar and works perfectly with the song and his music. I love that banjo that's in there. That's amazing. I was just playing a show and my bandmate played banjo on a couple songs, and when it's done in this dark country vibe, it's a great element to add in there, especially with all on top of these other booming, swelling guitars that he has going on. I love the imagery. I love the opaqueness of this main character and his face, and really striking imagery all across, without being an obvious storyline, but it feels like it's going somewhere. And I actually like this. I'm very curious to see how we end up. These are typically actually my kind of favorite music videos, where it's more like it's not an obvious story, but it's an interpretive story. There's a atmosphere to it. There's an imagery that's cohesive and it leads somewhere. So let's keep going and see where this ends up. Now, I don't know how Wovenhand would describe their style or not. I kind of consider, I do Gothic country. I kind of consider it in that Gothic country realm. Kind of depends which other artist you pull into that. This is clearly the more, I think, artistic side of things, which I prefer. There's this whole other kind of country, Gothic country, whatever it is, Southwest Gotham Doom country, kind of style that I think is kind of cheesy, and it's like mainstream country, but then they just kind of talk about like ghosts and witches and stuff, and to me it's more theatrical and not a good way. It's just kind of goofy to me. This is art, and there's such an atmosphere to it. There's a depth to it. There's a powerful poetry in the lyricism of it that I love. This is my wheelhouse of Gothic country more than that kind of, I wouldn't even call it commercial, but it's, I feel like I can't really pull up any examples right now because I don't know, but there are tons of channels on YouTube that even have dark country or Gothic or whatever, and it just seems like it's like this, but like the Monster drink version of this, if you know what I mean. It's like the aggro art style to it, and it's goofy. I wanted to highlight this band because I love them, and there's such a depth and a power to what they create, and the imagery of this is quite arresting, and I love it. I hope you're digging it. It's like a moth. Why am I blanking on words? Windmill. That's really cool. I loved it. Love the song. Every single time I listen to them, I'm blown away. I'm pulled into the world, and I think that's what Wovenhand does with such excellence. It's a complete cinematic soundscape experience. Every single song, this has great imagery to it. This is just my own personal style, sort of taste. I'm just not a huge fan of CGI. And that said, this was probably as good as it is done. It looked great, and the imagery was not abstract, but surreal enough that it works with it for me, and done well enough with textures and cool light stuff. I know it's harder to pull off. It requires probably a lot more budget. But I'd be so fascinated, almost even if this could have been done, even with something like stop motion. But that's just me sort of saying, in an ideal world. I know as independent musicians, it takes a lot to even pull off one music video well, and to have this much of a cinematic experience, I think is great. So I loved it. Hope you loved it too. Check out Wovenhand, an amazing artist, and he's been doing it for a long time. If you'd like to see me react to any other music video that's kind of more in the subculture of dark music, independent music, gothic, country even, synth pop, industrial, whatever it might be, cold wave, drop in a comment. Let me know what you'd like me to watch and react to next. I'm going to be highlighting some other more underground emerging artists, so if that's you and you want me to check out one of your music videos, I will be happy to do so if I pull it from the draw. So anyway, if you're looking for more culture curated from the Vampire Cowboy, find yourself in the Dead Lodge. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.